Peace and love, fragrance family. Welcome back to another video. So, as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about the 10 blues that you should have for starting off for 2025. These blue cologne fragrances are going to be easy pickups, something you can easily just put on without having to worry about what season it's in or it's just good enough for the season. These colognes can be worn all year around. Most of the fragrance critics don't want to admit that fresh fragrances can be worn all year round. That's the truth, family. Peace and love.
Everyone knows that I mess around. Surely that don't mean that you can't hold it down.
All right, y'all. So let's go and tap in and get into this video. So the first one that's going to be on the list is none other from the house of Azzaro, and it is called Azzaro Chrome. Beautiful, fresh, aquatic fragrance. I do believe they're using the note of sage in this one as well too, or is it eucalyptus? Let me get the notes up on the screen here for Azzaro. It's super beautiful. Super beautiful. Very fresh, very aquatic. Yeah, this one's, this one is super good, super sexy, super beautiful. This actually came out, the original came out, and I think it's been reformulated. The original came out in 1996. And this DNA is just unbeatable. Super citrus, aromatic, floral, fresh, sweet. It does have a very masculine floral smell to it, so it's not extremely, girly in a floral sense. It's more of a masculine white floral notes to it. Let me go ahead and read the notes out to y'all. So instead of sage, they use rosemary. It's rosemary, bergamot, neroli, and pineapple. And man, in the air just smells so. It's like a cool smell, but it's also warm and inviting at the same time. Middle notes are jasmine, oak moss, cyclamen, and coriander. Sexy, fresh coriander. Base notes are musk, oak moss, cedar, sandalwood, cardamom, Brazilian rosewood, and tonka bean. And this is a sexy, this is just out the shower, out the door. If you want to smell good, you don't want to wear nothing that's going to offend somebody, but you want to smell good and fresh, soapy, clean. Beautiful. Super duper sexy, family. Super sexy. This stuff is amazing. And you talking about compliment getting, this ain't even a clone. This is a designer house of Azzaro, but it's nice and affordable, and it's definitely going to get you the compliments you're looking for. Man, that's a beautiful scent. Up next on the list from the house of Zakat, I got to throw in it if we're talking about blue fragrances. It is none other than Royal Sapphire. You talking about a sexy, fruity, melony. This one's more of a fruit melon forward. There's another clone out here that could be considered a blue fragrances, but I actually put some thought into this video and thought about making all the fragrances blue. So all these fragrances that you're gonna see are blue, and they also are blue fragrances. But there's another Herba Pure clone from the house of Lattafa and Abude. Y'all know a lot about that one. That's also beautiful. But this Zakat, it's Royal Sapphire. And if you look at it, they kind of shaped it into a gemstone, sort of. And it is a beautiful interpretation of Herba Pure, from Xerjoff. Sexy one. Y'all don't have y'all hands on this one right now. It'll be a beautiful time to get it coming into the new year of 2025. All right, so next up on the list, you have to have either the original smell of this or a clone will do you justice of the original Chanel Eau de Parfum. Don't get the Eau de Toilette. Get the Eau de Parfum or the Parfum. I like the Eau de Parfum. I think that one is the best one. And Matière de Bleu from Maison Alhambra is a clone or interpretation of the Eau de Parfum. Super citrus, lemony, grapefruity, woody, masculine dominance. This just gets the job done. You all know the Bleu de Chanel DNA, the super fresh, sexy DNA. It never goes wrong. Always gets you compliments. Always gonna smell a little bit more elegant and better than your predecessor. So this is one of the ones I put a small dent in, you know, coming into this year. You know, I really been enjoying this one. Like I said, it's just some of the simpler fragrance. Sometimes we want a real unique fragrance that's gonna be smelling really good to us. But let me tell you something about that. Sometimes these fragrances don't be the most mass appealing. They may really get you, they may garnish you some compliments and they may really smell good to you, but to the masses, they may not be the most mass appealing. So think about that. From the House of Maturity Blue, from the House of Maison Alhambra, Maturity Blue. Check that one out, family. Up next on the list, we got from the House of Calvin Klein, and this is CK Free. Last time this made it on my channel, this was a honorable mention, but for this video, it's a very good blue fragrance, you know. Super aquatic, super fresh, and it has like a very appealing note to it. Let me pull up the notes of this because it's like a sexy note that they have in here in CK Free. Let's see. This is an older cologne too. That's just been. I mean, this one has been out for a while. I think this one came out in 2002. Main accords are woody, aromatic, fresh, spicy, anise, soft, spicy, powdery, and leather. So this one does have leather in it, but it has jackfruit. That's what it is. The jackfruit in this one is so sexy. It has top notes of juniper berries, star anise, wormwood, and jackfruit. And if you could imagine that, how that smells, it comes across so elegant, family. Middle notes are suede, tobacco, coffee, agathosma. I'll put that word on the screen. Base notes are Virginia cedar, oak, patchouli, and woody notes. And man, it has suede in here. And I definitely pick up that suede along with that jackfruit and the star anise. Super sexy, beautiful fragrance, family. I mean, this is one of the ones that are a little bit outside of the norm of your aquatic fragrances. Still very mass appealing, but doing its own separate touch in Calvin Klein CK Free. Check out that one. Up next on the list, you gotta have it, man. If you don't have it, you're snoozing. From the House of Fragrance World, you already know, Imperial. If you don't have it yet, right before 2025 gets here, this is the last day. You know, you failed. As a cologne reviewer, as a cologne expert, as someone that wears colognes, you failed. You know, 10 out of 10 blue fragrance. I would always recommend this to anybody buying it. It's masculine as hell, but it smells so good it could be gender fluid. Like, a woman wouldn't necessarily be able to wear this, but she could just buy it just for to smell it, you know? It's so mass appealing by being so elegant as well too. This scent is like, it's like rivaling Prada L'Homme. And why I say that is because Prada L'Homme is one of the sexiest, most inoffensive fragrances known to man. And Elysium from Rosa Dove should be neck and neck with it, in my opinion. It's not gonna, everybody likes it. Every single person on this world likes it. Super sexy, mass appealing, fresh. And it's just a sour citrus though. It's super, super cool with that. You gotta grab Imperium if you don't got it, family. Next on the list, we got from the House of Missoni. And let me see here. Hold on, y'all. Missoni Wave. And what's good to know about this one is the lavender note. I don't know if this is supposed to be a clone of Chanel Allure Homme Sport, but it gives those vibes. And after trying that clone of Chanel Allure Homme Sport, it even smells like it a lot. And I got it over here somewhere. It's over here somewhere. Here it is. Let me do a little side by side comparison. Because because these two remind me of each other. So if it is either Chanel or Allure Home Sport copy them, or they cannot copy Chanel or Allure Home Sport, and that needs to be talked about. So Missoni on this one. Now I can't say the Missoni, it does have a little bit of an alcoholic opening that lasts for maybe all of 3 or 4 seconds. Then you start getting lavender. Lavender and citrus. Super duper sexy, fresh, citrusy, aquatic. Now for this one, you get pepper. Now pepper is not in here, but you can immediately smell a pepper note. Pepper, sage, kind of, you know, with also the fresh florals and aldehydic, more aldehydic for this one for sure. But they are very similar and they're very beautiful. The Chanel Allure Home Sport Cone could have made this video as well, but from Mason out, from Missoni, Wave. Beautiful blue fragrance that you need to have already, should have had it already. Up next on the list is from the house of Pascal Morbito, and this is goddamn Sea of Stars. Now, the thing about this is it ain't a clone or nothing. I don't think it is a clone of anything. But man, it's juniper berries and it's sexy. And let me get the notes pulled up for y'all. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video than I imagined it would have been, just because I'm looking up the notes for y'all. The notes behind this fragrance, the perfumer is Corinne Cation, and she knows what the hell she's doing. Top notes are apple, lavender, and vanilla. And it's so sexy. I guess they ain't got all the ingredients, because the only thing they say is in this fragrance is apple, lavender, and vanilla. And I do get apple. I do get lavender. I get juniper berries in here. I always thought this had juniper berries in it. So you telling me I've been lying to my family the whole time? I ain't got juniper. But it says fruity, lavender, vanilla, fresh greens, fresh, spicy, aromatic, powdery, and sweet. And you telling me all these notes come from these three, apple, lavender, and vanilla. Ain't no way in hell. The apple, lavender, vanilla is all of that type of notes. But it's beautiful, man. Sexy, a little bit fresh, more sweeter. Got a smooth note to it from the lavender. The vanilla makes it more sweeter and sexy along with the apple. Super sexy. I don't think Fragrantica has all the notes for this fragrance, but it is a very beautiful fragrance from the house of Pascal Morbito. That deserves your attention. Good compliment pulling fragrance. I wore this one time and they wanted to know what I was wearing. Beautiful, sexy. It's also one called Sunset Boulevard that I want to check out too from Pascal Morbito. Got some good fragrances. Check out this one. Up next on the list, we got from the house of Burberry, and it is called Burberry Blitz. Burberry Brit Splash. Now, and I'm gonna get the notes pulled up on this one too. One thing about Burberry Brit Splash is hardly anybody has this fragrance, which is very good for you because that means you're gonna be standing out when you wear it. You know. The notes are aquatic, aromatic, fresh, woody, fresh, spicy, powdery, musky, earthy, ozonic, and mossy. Good spray on there. The big thing about this fragrance is really like the dry down. 10 to 20 minutes in, it starts to really smell like, damn, what? It's like I wear it, and then it's like, damn, I forgot what I was wearing today. Then I remember, oh, it's that Burberry Brit. It's just like one of them fragrances, like, not that you go nose blind to it, but it's just like when it calms down, it smells like, damn, what am I wearing that smells this good? And the whole time it's Burberry Brit Splash. Top notes are rosemary, melon, galbanum. Middle notes are watery notes, violet, cyclamen, musk, moss, and vetiver. And it's sexy, man. I think it got something to do with that rosemary. I'm a big rosemary fan. and mixing with that melon, man, this creates a sexy type of herbal, fruity type of style. And it's good, you know, especially on a warmer day, but this can work all year long, family. Up next on the list, we got from the house of Maison Alhambra, and it is Kingsman. Dolce & Gabbana K is slept on, man, because this is a clone of it. And this is just sexy, man. It's just super sweet, super fruity, vanilla. And it almost smells like there's a little bit of leather in here as well, too. But, man, y'all just got to get y'all hands on this one. It's slept on. Not many people in the fragrance community talk about it, but it's just a beautiful compliment-getting fragrance. And you're not going to get much sexier for this. It's like $19. Shit is super inexpensive, and it smells beautiful. So grab this one. I would suggest to get it, man, I would get it off eBay because you can probably find it for a really good price. And it's a really good fragrance. At that $15 to $20 price, you're basically stealing it. You see what I'm saying? Super good fragrance. Up next on the list, we got from the house of Fragrance World, and it is none other than Aqua Stellar from the Bearcat line. I got a confession to make about this one. So this fragrance is better than it gets credit for. At first, I was kind of, I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, I liked this fragrance when I first smelled it. I was like, wow, super citrus, Sprite. It's like a floral Sprite, basically. It's like a lemon lime type of smell at the beginning, and then you get like a super citrusy soda accord, like a carbonated accord, and then you get florals, and that's sexy. But as it set and macerated, this fragrance has gotten a touch a little bit more sweeter and a little bit less aquatic. A little bit more floral, a little bit more sweeter, a little bit less aquatic. And damn, y'all gotta go grab this one, man. 10 clone fragrances. I'm giving y'all the juice, giving y'all the juice here. 10 blue fragrances that you need to have going into 2025. Y'all tap in, tune in, man. We still on the road to 400. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tap in with the channel, man. Comment your favorite down below in the comments. Let's keep it rolling. Peace and love.
Everyone knows that I mess around. Surely that don't mean it.